Hello, all my Kimmel Irish Pub faithful viewers. It's me, I'm back. You can tell by where I'm sitting. It's time for another movie review. I know you all love them. All one of you. Um, but hey, all they need is one fan. So tonight's movie is Good Time. And it stars Robert Pattinson from the Twilight series. Yeah, I think that's where he's most notable from. Highly rated. Rotten Tomatoes has it at a 90% for critics, 82% for the users, and IMDb has it at a 7.6. So, a little bit of the synopsis is that I think Robert Patterson plays a half of two brothers who are robbers, possibly bank robbers, and it goes wrong. The heist goes wrong, and I believe his younger brother gets arrested and put in Rikers Island, and Robert Patterson is on a quest or an odyssey to free him from Rikers Island. So I think he has to deal with the New York underworld in order to make that happen. Not sure yet, but this is from what I read. And I'll get into it, and I'll tell you what it is from what I see. So stay tuned. This could be a good one. Highly rated. I got my expectations up. I don't know. I've never really heard of this movie. I didn't see it advertised as being in the movies. It's not a blockbuster film, but highly rated. Coming to you through KimmelsIrishPub.com. Stay tuned. Hey everybody, time for a quick check-in here. We're watching Good Time. Not Good Times with rerun, but Good Time with Robert Patterson, and we're at the 44-minute and 15-second mark. And the first thing, I was going to stop it right off the start. It was a little weird in the beginning. Basically, a psychologist or something like that is speaking with Robert Patterson's character's brother, who we come to find out is mentally handicapped. So he's interviewing him. He's actually making him cry in a sense. Robert Patterson walks in, and it's a very powerful opening scene, I think. But then to see the acting from Robert Patterson, again, as I mentioned, he was in the Twilight series. I always associate him with the Twilight series. I've seen him in a couple of other movies, but you can't shake it. You still think he's, in Twilight, whatever his name is, Edward, I think. But you can't shake it. And but I think he's doing a phenomenal job in this movie. And it's great because when you pigeonhole somebody into a character and you see them actually become a different character, it doesn't happen all that often. A lot of actors really play similar roles, and in this case, I mean, he's playing obviously a different role because he's not a vampire, but I think he's really doing a good job. So I'm enjoying that aspect of it. So far, the synopsis has held up. They did a bank robbery, which got botched. And while they were trying to get away, his brother got caught. I don't know if he's younger or older, but his brother, who's mentally handicapped, got caught and got sent to Rikers Island. And obviously he doesn't know how to interact with other prisoners, and he, immediately gets beat up and sent to the hospital. And meanwhile, his brother is trying to get enough money to bail him out, and wants him bailed out the same day. But he's coming up empty, so he goes to the hospital to attempt to break him out. And so you don't know what's going to happen there or what's going to happen afterwards. But so far, so good. The movie, it's filmed with that grittiness. I don't know how you explain it, but like the lighting that they're using and stuff like that really makes it seem a little bit more gritty. And you could see the love between the two brothers, especially between Robert Patterson and his younger brother or brother. I don't know if he's younger or not, but that's where we are so far. Jennifer Jason Leigh is in this movie as well. I forgot to mention that. So Fast Times at Ridgemont High, single white female. She plays Robert Patterson's girlfriend, I believe. So far she hasn't been in too much, but a little bit. And we'll see where it goes from here. Maybe I'll stop in again if something interesting happens. But I wanted to check in real quick and let you know that's what I found out so far. I'll get back into it, and I'll be back in a little bit. See ya. Alright. We're at the credits. I didn't do another check-in. So Good Time has ended. And I've been sitting here for a while trying to think about how to summarize it and give you my final ranking. And then I can continue to say, the acting was superb. The person who played the younger brother, or the mentally handicapped brother, was actually one of the two directors. Safdie, Safdie. Evidently, they've made some films. Him and his brother have made some actual films, but he plays a mentally handicapped brother in this movie, and I thought he did a phenomenal job. And again, Robert Patterson, it was really great acting in it. I thought the visuals were kind of cool too, like I had mentioned before, gritty, an interesting, take on the movie, on the way it was filmed. So I enjoyed that, and the plot was good. It was, like as I mentioned, bank robbery. He's trying to get his brother out of jail or hospital, where he's been arrested and moved into the hospital. He's trying to do basically two things throughout the movie. So one of two, I think. He's either going to try and break him out, or he's trying to raise enough money to pay his bond. And that's how it starts. He goes in to pay his bond, but he needs 10 grand more. So he's trying to find out how he can get that more money, and then it works into like, well, how can I break him out? So throughout the entire movie, that's really what he's trying to do. And it's a thriller in a sense that, he's being chased, obviously, by the police. And it's not like Heat, where they're coming out of a bank robbery, shooting and everything, like a big shootout. It's not like action-packed. So it's kind of like a slower thriller, but still interesting. And then he meets up with one part. I'll tell you this. It's not no, I won't tell you that. Never mind. I'll keep it to myself. Don't want to spoil it at all for you, because I was debating between a 7 and 8. I'm going to go with a 7. There are two scenes or two pieces of this that drop me down to an 8. One, when he's on the run and he goes to one house, and they let him in and they open him with welcome arms, very nice, and let him stay there. And they have a daughter in the house, and he makes a pass at her daughter, kind of thing. And I don't want to go into too much detail. It's nothing terrible, but inappropriate. I didn't think it was good. And then also throughout their throughout their quest to get their brother out, or for him to get his brother out, he's got to do a lot of different things. And there's one part where the security officer has found them. He's partnered up with somebody else, and I think they go a little bit too overboard with trying to subdue him. And again, I don't want to go into too great a detail. Nothing graphic or anything like that, so it's nothing terrible. I just think that it was unnecessary, and that's what's going to make me drive it from an 8 to a 7. I was very close. You always expect movies to go a certain way. You can't always expect that. So when they do something a little bit different, you got to respect that, because, and I don't know how to say it even without giving away the ending. But I pictured it going a certain way, and it might have went a different way that I wasn't expecting. But I shouldn't fault the film for that, because they should. Who wants a cookie cutter film? I don't think this was cookie cutter at all. It was. I enjoyed it. I think it's worth your time, but I do believe it's a little bit slower than you might expect, but still thrilling. And again, great acting, great visuals. 7 for me. I don't want to belabor this any longer, because I know shorter reviews, I think, are more popular with my many viewers. So I'm going to cut it off here, and I'm going to thank you for tuning in to Kimmel'sIrishPub.com and enjoying another fine movie review by yours truly. See you next time.